two, three, four. 400,000 subscribers. To everybody who has been here with this channel from the day one, and if you are just new, thank you very much from Eat Read Loving. I am very, very excited for all the new things that we are bringing up. So I will see you guys again. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. I'm just excited until we reach another 100,000 for 500,000, 500,000 soon. Bye, guys. Hi everyone, welcome to your monthly horoscope with Dr. Pai. Just to give you guys an idea on how we do the prediction. First things first, it's a general prediction. Your own dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha has to be considered first before any kind of general prediction. So that's always the starting point. And then, of course, just also as transit, there are point systems. There's a lot of things, Ashtak Varga, that you have to look for and how transit can affect you. But this is a general prediction, so just, take it lightly. We try our best, as accurate as possible, where the planets are going to be affecting us on a general level. And also, we do practice Vedic sidereal Indian astrology, just to clear things. We do not practice tropic astrology. So without further ado, let's start your reading. All right, Aries, so let's start your monthly forecast. And we have today Dr. Pai, of course, and we'll have Dr. Pai start our reading.
Yeah, thank you and namaste to all the viewers and thank you, Sal. We're doing Aries, Ascendant, and Moon for the month of March 2020. And this month, Mars is already in the ninth house for Aries, and this will be there in the ninth house till the 21st of March. So this is going to be a very favorable time for Mars because Mars is there, a lot of the ascendant being there in the ninth house. So all the ninth house themes will play out. What are the ninth house themes? Um, religious things, meeting a teacher or a guru, because also interest in occult sciences because of Mars being ruling the eighth house of Scorpio for Aries ascendant or moon. So definitely they're going to also meet with Mars is also meeting with Jupiter there. So if you're looking to get initiated into any yoga or any mantras or anything, then this is a great time for you to go into that for Aries ascendants. Ketu is also there. The south node of the moon is also in Sagittarius for these people. So it's going to be a very favorable time for doing spiritual practices, meditation, pranayama, yoga, breath control, aerobics, and all of that. Plus, I also feel a lot of them would be going on some pilgrimages or retreats because of Mars being the eighth house lord. Or you might be also taking advice because ninth house is also about advice from somebody who is an authority. Maybe you might be taking a consultation from somebody in astrology or from some tarot reader like Sal or something, because eighth house is all the themes of what is hidden. So you really need to want to know what is happening for this year. And I feel Mars and Ketu being there, it's going to be also sometimes it's going to be very intense because you get these bouts of anger and aggression for Aries ascendant, because this happening, this conjunction will be there very much till a couple of days in March when Mars is together with Ketu. That brings in aggression. So that's why I'm saying if you have the opportunity to go to any yoga retreat, doing meditation practices, doing sadhana, as in doing some um, um, intense programs that you want to get to go to a retreat and do that, I think this is a great time for you to do. Besides that, I also see this month for all the Aries ascendants to be or moon would be very favorable in terms of money and relationships because Venus is transiting your first house. So, Aries ascendant moon, this is a fantastic time for you in terms of relationship, or if you want to ever want to go and express your love for somebody, this is the month that you want to be doing it. Venus is the second house of speech and seventh house of relationships. It's sitting there. But also, for a few of them, this combination can also sometimes give a sense of fear of death like situations, because these are called as marakas in Vedic astrology. But it is a fear. It's not that it will, but it's just a fear that you have in your mind. But this is a great time for you to really decorate your home, be spending more time with your family, with your partner. This is a great time for that. Also, for Aries ascendant and moon, I see that you might have some short travels, or you might be looking for setting up a new enterprise because Rahu is transiting in the third house for you. So any short travels, or escapisms like short journeys for business or for pleasure might be coming up, or us is on the cards for you guys. Also, when I see that Saturn in the 10th house, definitely at work, there will be a little more of stress and there might be delays at your work environment. That's something that you can expect till about 21st of March. And after that, I see, Mars is going to transit into the 10th house of Capricorn. And that's when I feel, things will start speeding up for you, even though you might have some differences that might crop up with your seniors or your peers at your workplace. In terms of income and potential for income, I think this is for Aries. This is a great month for you, the month, because I see Sun would be transiting into your 11th house, which is your fifth house lord for relationship or gain of relationships. Also, to be able to earn that extra buck by doing some other errands, because Mercury is already there. Mercury is your third house lord of communication, and also your sixth house lord, but that is retrograde there till the 9th of March. So, but after that, I feel this is going to be a fantastic month for Aries. Now, here are a couple of dates that I want to say that you need to be more aware of during this, because it's not very favorable. It's the 3rd of March to the 7th of March. Aries, be a little more vigilant during this time. Um, because it could call in for any diseases or ailments or something that can happen around this time. So, if it is a common flu or a cold or cough, build the immunity by having more of basil leaves, as I say, because this is the combination that I made a post recently on my Facebook page, Dr. Arjun by Astrology, saying that you should be having more of turmeric. Turmeric should be had with milk and a little of black pepper, because that's how it can be ingested. Because you have K2 with Jupiter in the ninth house, and Jupiter suggests that it's turmeric. Turmeric is a great antiseptic, and it helps you to gain immunity, especially with the coronavirus going wild out there. So you need to protect yourself. Another herb that I would really recommend for you with Rahu going to the third house for Aries is Tulsi. We call it basil leaf. So, extracts of Tulsi can be taken with water, lukewarm water, early in the morning on an empty stomach. That will build your immunity. You can also squeeze a little bit of fresh lime into it. That will also help you a great deal, because all of these remedies are coming for Aries with Mars K2 being together in the ninth house for you guys.
That's
So
perfect.
that's
Uh,
yeah.
Dr. Pai, question with, because you mentioned the part of Rahu in their third house. And I just called to my attention because right now, I mean, it's going to be there for quite some time, but, it's in their third house, which is, our courage, our will is in the third house. And it's sitting in the nakshatra of Ardra, and Dr. Pai is our nakshatra expert. So, Dr. Pai, how does this affect Aries with their courage and mindset, especially that it is sitting in Ardra, which is the tears? Is that, am I correct, Dr. Pai?
Yeah, it's the tears. That's right, of Rudra. So this combination is definitely going to affect. their courage, their brothers, because it shows younger siblings as well in general. But I also want to say I've seen this combination with Mars aspecting Rahu in Ardra Nakshatra.
Yeah.
You might be wanting to go in for some tattooing, because I know a lot of people, because Ardra is associated with the shoulder,
Mhm.
Bahu in the previous, and Mars is the needle. So Mars aspecting it can be a few people wanting to probably want to go and have a tattoo done. And
Interesting.
yeah,
So that
so
can okay, Dr. Pai. So now, with that knowledge, because like you mentioned, Dr. Pai, that it's looking also because Rahu is looking all the way to Mars and Jupiter and Ketu. So there's a lot of activity between their third and ninth house.
that's
You
right.
mentioned, Dr. Pai, about them doing some sadhana, their spiritual practices. Is there any kind does this affect also the relationship with their spouse since Jupiter is there or their father, Dr. Pai?
Yeah, I think a father definitely, I would say, because third house is the seventh from the ninth house of father, where Rahu is. So something related to a scare about their father or ailment to a father might be there might be some fear there. But what I want to say is it is also the third house is we call has some connection with the communication with the, because Rahu is also there with your ancestors, which means your forefathers. So there might be some things related to that. And also, Rahu being there can also indicate sometimes a sale of a property. If that is something on the cards with Jupiter and Mars
Or
aspecting
yes.
Rahu, so some sale of property can happen if this is something in the cards for somebody is looking at sale of properties, then that can happen this month.
Let's see. Now, Dr. Bear, what about the part that Venus, of course, now will aspect their seventh house? So it's going to be directly looking Libra, which is, of course, its natural seventh. Especially like you've mentioned, if property sale, there those are including the contracts. If there's any kind of sales, business partnership, this is also looking at marriage and contract. So anything that you wanna look into more detail, Dr. Bear, especially Mercury right now, though, is in retrograde until the ninth. How does this affect?
Yeah, I think it's also going because Mercury being retrograde is also going to have a little bit of worries, mental worries related to the work that you're doing. Because sixth of the service, and when Mercury is retrograde, much of your service, what you're doing, your hard work is not being translated into something better. So, but the good news is after the 10th of March for Aries, this is just going to open up. So this is a great time because Sun is also there. Sun is the fifth house lord of creativity, and Mercury is about business. So if this is the time period for Aries, if you're looking at any creative ventures that you want to materialize, or you're looking for funding, or you want to go for an interview, because sixth house is also about interviews, jobs, because it's in the 11th house of manifestations of your desires. So I strongly believe any interviews that are on the cards, that you should be able to breeze through this period with your creativity and with the support of the sun there till 15th.
Okay. So, like what Dr. Pai is mentioning, we're looking at the cards, and we feel like it's like there's a lot of opportunities happening for Aries, during the time of March. Just any kind of precaution that has to be practice is before the ninth, and then after the ninth, the 10th, everything clears out. Basically, all the retrograde energy, give it 5 more days for it to settle and then go direct. Then that's the time that it's like all the decision that you have been trying to plan can be executed. Of course, reading to the fine lines as always, into details with any kind of business transaction, any kind of deals that you are gonna be facing. Now, Dr. Bai, any last message for the Aries ascendant and moon?
Yeah, I think for Aries, towards the second half of the month, I would really say you should really plan something for the long term. You know, March is that month when you really need to start planning financially for the coming year. Because month of January is mostly you're paying off your credit card bills from December for Christmas and everything, and February you're just trying to settle down. But March is something that you need to really look forward for something which is long term. So Aries, you need to save for the rainy day, and that's why I think the second half of the month between 18th to 26th of March is excellent time for you people to really plan for some investments or some savings that you need to do for a long-term perspective. So that's a good time, I would say, for Aries.
Okay, so there you go. That's your prediction. Aries Ascendant and Aries Moon. For everything that you need, everything with Dr. Pai's information, it's gonna be in the description box should you need consultation. And we'll see you again. We do this in monthly every month. So we're gonna be see you again next month for your monthly horoscope. Thank you. Bye, guys.